Ladies and gentlemen, we meet again towards Parashat Eikev. I want to share with you a deeper understanding of one of the 12 mitzvot that are in this parsha. A unique mitzvah, which is called Dveikut, Dveikus. What does it really mean? Well, the Pasuk tells us twice, Uvotid bak, we should have Dveikus with Hashem, and V'davakta bo, and we should have Dveikus with Him. What is really happening here? What does this really mean? In modern Hebrew, devek means glue. Can we stick to HaKadosh Baruch Hu? Of course, it doesn't mean in a physical sense to stick. It means, obviously, to connect with Hashem. It means to join Him. It means some type of absolute commitment, total loyalty, emotional, cognitive, and our actions were fully involved. It's interesting to see in this week's Parsha, we also have the second part of Shema Yisrael, Hayayim Shamua, and then we have the mitzvah of Tefillin. And Tefillin again is on the hand, which is opposite the heart, that should be emotionally involved, and it's on the heart, on the next to the brain, on our head, that we should be cognitively involved. And how do we get involved cognitively? Because when we understand HaKadosh Baruch Hu's awe and HaKadosh Baruch Hu's greatness, we understand that we have a fear of God, we have Yirat Hashem. But it's in the heart that we have Ahavat Hashem. We have a love for Him. And if we have a connection between our heart and our brain, between loving Hashem and fearing and having awe of Hashem, that total commitment is Dveikut. That's what it seems like. But how do we come about that? So the Talmud tells us in Masechet Ketubot, Daf Kuf Yud Talmud Beit, tells us that okay, if you want to have Dveikut, how can you do it? I mean, we can't stick with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He is fire. He is Chai La'ad V'Kayam Lanetzach. He lives. He's eternal. How can we connect to something that's eternal? It's impossible. Okay. So connect to Talmidei Chachamim. Connect to great rabbis. And do business with them, marry their daughters, support them. Get involved with great rabbis. And by learning from their wisdom, and by learning from their manners and their behaviorism and their actions, you will get closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu through learning from these Talmidei Chachamim. And that's what it seems from the Talmud. However, Rashi takes us to a different direction, and that is the main point of our meeting today. Rashi has something amazing to say. He quotes word for word the Talmud with one small change. He says, how can we stick with HaKadosh Baruch Hu? He is so great. He's like fire. He's infinite. How can we stick with HaKadosh Baruch Hu? So we can't. So what do we do? He doesn't say we stick with Talmidei Chachamim. Rashi says, Ela, excuse me, the Dovkabo, Ela hidabek betalmidim ubechachamim, not Talmidei Chachamim, betalmidim ubechachamim. What does that really mean? It means the following. We have a beautiful golden chain of Jewish heritage, of Jewish tradition. We have this chain 3,500 years. We're part of this long chain. And the chain is only as strong as its weakest link. It takes only one weak link to break a chain. So what do we have to do to have Dveikut, or a Dovkabo, to stick with HaKadosh Baruch Hu? We have to be a sincere link in the chain. How can I be a sincere link in the chain? Simply by connecting on one side to my Chachamim, the people who I've learned from, the people who I've received the tradition from, Ubetalmidim, and those children, and those pupils, and those students, and those disciples who I'm going to be passing the flame, who I'm going to be passing the Torah over to them. That's all it is. That's the name of the game. The name of the game is we have to be loyal links in the beautiful chain of tradition, the beautiful golden chain, and lehidabek b'talmidim u'bechachamim, to stick with our disciples, make sure our values are passed on to the next generation, and understand fully the values that we're getting down from our teachers from the previous generations. And that's how we have to continue. Mashiach